Okay, this is my second pool party video that I'm going to make the treat for my son and his girlfriend for their pool party this weekend, which will be tomorrow. I have to get this done today so I can deliver it and they have a real nice time. First video was showing my trifle, my fruit trifle. It's still in the refrigerator cooling. And now we're on to this one. We all like, I think we all do, we all like, I mean, I've met very few people that don't like a watermelon. So we're on to the watermelon, of what to do with a watermelon. Well, lots of things. Last year I made the watermelon basket, filled it all with fruit. This year I'm making something else. Not as entailed. Really simple. Okay, this is quite a large round one. I wish I'd had kind of more of a smaller one, but I don't. It's going on a watermelon plate. I do have that. So the first thing that you need to do is cut the watermelon, a round one, cut it in half. Get a good sharp knife and cut it in half. Best you can. Sometimes I don't want to cut real sharp, real evenly, but that's okay. That's okay. I got it as close as I can. And the reason for that is we're going to be using, I'm going to get this over here and this out of the way. So first things first, before I even get the plate ready, I'm going to scoop out this part of it because all I want is the bottom base for my base. So I like to take a serrated knife. I still like my little one that I use for so many things. I don't even know where I got these, and it doesn't have any brand name on them for me to share with you on my website under gadgets. It just doesn't have that. And I'll go ahead and section them out like this so I can hopefully get it out fairly easy here. We'll see. We'll see if I can get that out fairly easy. Sometimes it wants to work for me and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, that's pretty good. You want to save all this because we have to work with this watermelon. We're going to be working with both sides of the watermelon. But the first thing I needed to do was get the base. So that was the first thing. Isn't it fun to have recipes that you can be creative? I mean, oh my gosh, the things that you can do with a watermelon of being creative. Just so many things. My watermelon basket that I showed you last year, I did a very similar one. Only I think it was perfectly round, that one that I did for a baby shower, my son's baby shower. And we did that back in those days. We really did. We had parties celebrating the birth of a child. And it was a christening, not a shower, sorry. It was after they were christened at the church, giving them their full legal name in the eyes of God. Then you'd go back to your house and you'd have a nice little party luncheon of some kind. And I remember making that watermelon basket for mine. Been pregnant, had the baby, all that you do with having kids and everything else, and I still had time to do that basket. Because it was entertaining, and I love to entertain. I really do. I like to have parties and entertain. Okay, that's pretty good as far as hollowing it out. You just want to get enough out of it. Take a paper towel. Watermelon is a very watery fruit. It really is. And I want this to be sure and sit on my plate evenly. Trim a little bit of that out. Okay. that done, here's the platter that it's gonna go on. And turn this upside down, just like that. Wipe it off, give it a good bath. Wipe it off. Now what are we gonna do? I look at this, and I may call it this, I don't know, as the watermelon sparkler, because I'm gonna shoot some things out of here that are going to give the effect of fireworks sparklers. It'll give that image. So what you'll need next are some bamboo skewers. It's these. Now I have the thicker ones, which I'm hoping works on this. I was trying to find my thinner ones, and I just can't find them this morning at all. But that's okay. So setting this aside just for a little bit, we have this, but I also want to put on here. So I got a cantaloupe. Same thing with the cantaloupe. You're just gonna cut it right down the middle. Right down the middle here. And then you're going to scoop the inside out of all these seeds. Gonna have to get rid of all that. And take those out. And I'm not making cantaloupe balls like I did with my last video of showing what to do on a party thing with a watermelon. I'm not going to do that with these. These are going to be a little different because they're going to go on a skewer stick. I suppose you could do a round ball, but to save time, I'm not going to do that. And I bought my favorite. I mean, I like cantaloupe. It just doesn't like me anymore. I don't know if it's my age or what, but I do like a honeydew melon. So I got a honeydew melon. Same thing with it. Cut it right down the middle. It looks the same, has seeds in it. These things are so delicious. I love to squirt fresh lemons on my honeydew. It's just the best, it really is. Above all fruits, I gotta say the honeydew melon is one of my favorites. Always has been. Get out all those seeds. So you've got 3 melons that you're working with. That's pretty simple, isn't it? If you can find them, like I said, when I went to the grocery store to get the cantaloupe, they only had 2 in the bin. 2! Wow, things are going fast, or they're just not available at all. Not available at all. Okay, so what I want to do is make a little bit more room here for my project of what I am doing. So I'll go ahead with the cantaloupe first, and I'm just gonna slice it this way and slice it again, and then I'll take my another knife and I'm going to take it right off that peel. Right off of there. Get your bowl of your trash bowl, put everything in that. As much as you can here, off of there. I think my kids are gonna like this. I showed the idea of what I had in mind to my son's girlfriend. At first I was just gonna do the trifle. And then when I showed her this idea, yeah, she says, we gotta have that. I said, yeah, I think so for 4th of July. You gotta have that. And who doesn't like fruit on a hot day? Really. Next week, we're going back up into the really hot temperatures, even into maybe triple digits. I know one day is scheduled for 100 degrees. So we'll see. I said, I don't do very well. I'm glad my kids have a great big pool they get into, but I don't have the pool. I have the hot tub and I enjoy that at night, but I don't have the big pool. And I don't like to get in the swimming pool when there's a whole bunch of younger kids and all that. I mean, they're splashing around and doing their thing. It's like, Nah, that's just not for me. Just isn't, never has been. I have always loved to swim though. Clear back ever since I can remember. I think about maybe 4th or 5th grade. I can't remember now. Been a long time. We were by a pool of a park that had a pool, public pool, and I would go over every day. Had my little pool pass thing that had, you know, those keys for your locker, and you would change and put all your clothes in the locker, and then you had that safety pin looking pin that had the locker number on it. Do you remember those? Those were the days. And you would pin that to your swimsuit, and that was your locker key to get in. I remember those days, I really do. Okay, that's the cantaloupe, and the same with the honeydew melon. Same. I think I'll go ahead and pause my video so that I can get the rest of the prep work done and be back in a flash. Okay, I've done a little bit of the prep work here. I got a paper towel out because, like I said, watermelons are a very watery fruit. They really are. So you want to get quite a bit of that moisture out of there. Okay, so what I have for this particular arrangement that I'm going to do are, I could not find in the grocery store the red ones, so I had to get the dark. They almost look black today, but they're the darker grapes here and the green grapes and strawberries. So that is the fruit that is going to go, plus the cantaloupe, the honeydew melon, and the watermelon. You're going to do just like if you were making a chicken shish kebab. You're going to take this skewer, and I'm going to start with, I'm going to take a strawberry, and I'm going to chop it in two. I don't know if I want that much, or because these are so large, I may cut those in two and see here. I don't know yet. Anyway, I want to start with having the strawberry way up here, about that high, enough for people to get a hold of the bamboo stick when they're pulling it out of the watermelon for them to eat. So I'm going to start with the strawberry, then I'm going to stick cantaloupe on it. I had this kind of in order of kind of what I wanted to do here. Then I'm going to wash your fruit very well, which I have, a green grape. Now I'm going to go with these darker ones here. I have grapes growing. I have a whole great big arbor full. They're just dripping down with grapes. They're not ready yet, but oh my gosh, they look wonderful. They are wonderful. I can't wait to have them. Before I do that, I'm going to do some more red. So what I thought I would do, I'd like to do little stars, and to do this with the watermelon, you've got to have your watermelon in a good 2 inches to make this. So if I start, let's see, with this one. He's about that size, and again, dry it. See if I can get a star shape. Yep, out of this. It wastes a little bit of your watermelon, but the presentation is pretty nice. Look at there. And dab it off. I said, just take clean paper towels and dab off that moisture, get it off of there. And then put that star on. You have to be careful because you don't want to break anything. Then take your honeydew melon, get that on there. Now we're going to go with some more color. Honeydew melon, just a little bit more. There we go. I'm going in where it's the where the stem would come out. I'm going in there with the skewer, but I'm not on the grape. The grape, I'm going sideways. Give it a little color. And put another strawberry on there and some more cantaloupe. Gotta have some more cantaloupe. And again, whatever feels wet to you, go ahead and dry off. And end it with using grapes, because that'll give you the color you want on the bottom. Now, I'm gonna start by putting the skewer right in the middle of this watermelon. That's why we needed, maybe not quite that hard. Yeah. I may start with one as a sample. Anyway, you're gonna leave this much open so that people can grab a hold of it and take that off. Again, start with the bottom of having your grapes. And we'll start a little different. We'll maybe put the darker one on the bottom. And the other grape. If you don't have a way to do your stars, if you don't have a cookie cutter, you certainly don't want to hand do it. That's all right. It's okay. You don't have to. Just put them in little squares. We'll be just fine. Now that's too big of a piece of the honeydew melon, so I'm going to chop that in two. Because you want these kind of bite-sized, you know, you're either going to be pulling them all off onto a paper plate, or I've seen kids go just like this, like corn on the cob, and eat these things. So let's see if I can get the star as close as I can here on this one. Maybe. Like I said, it takes a lot of the watermelon away, but that's all right, because I'd rather have the little star. I just think it's adorable for 4th of July and this party. This pool party where I'm sure they're all going to be drinking, you know, alcohol, and they may or may not even know what it is. I don't know by then. I'm to bring it over at 1 o'clock, my creations, and we're to eat first before anybody goes into the pool, which won't be me. Not with this cold that I've had. And go from there. Okay, I didn't push this one all the way down as much as I wanted. Now, to do this so that you're gonna make just kind of a line, you're not gonna go all the way. So I'm gonna go probably here. I'll make the little indentation so it's not so hard. And we're gonna put him in here, hopefully. And see, they're just gonna stick like that. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna be so fun, so creative. Anything that you want to do in your kitchen, you know, make it fun. Make it fun for everybody. Kids would enjoy doing this. Oh my gosh, if my granddaughter was here, she would like this. Yeah, if they're large strawberries, I'd go ahead and cut them in half and then cut that in half. I'm trying to remember as I go here, so I'm still talking, but I guess it doesn't really matter. You're just gonna kind of layer this on and get it, here's where I have to forget that knife that it went on the floor. It's all right, I have another one. Get the watermelon cut and ready for my stars. There we go. There we go, there we go. Cut and ready here. I said, I just think it works better if you just kind of dry them with a paper towel. Not too hard. This one's gonna kind of lose a little edge here, maybe, I don't know. We'll try to keep it together there. Try. Try hard to keep that together. Isn't this gonna look pretty? So colorful, so nice. And I think everybody will really enjoy this. I know I would if I was going to a party. Oh my gosh. I would head right on over to the table on this. And it's your choice. I mean, if you didn't have cantaloupe, you could use mango. You can use all kinds of other fruit. Doesn't matter. As long as you get the basics of your, just need a little one here. So I've got to save room to stick this in. Somehow I'm not saving room to do that, am I? Go on down the line here. Yeah, to me it works better if you get it started a little bit here. Just poking it in. There you go, see? And I'm gonna be going this way, but I'm not going all the way down. I'm gonna stop right about here. So I'm gonna continue with this and then I'll pop back on so that you can see the full effect here in just a few minutes. Well, there you have it, folks. The 4th of July Sparkler Fruit Affair. Another masterpiece, if I do say so myself. I think it came out fine. You want to add the remaining, although I have tons left, I really do of everything, which I think my husband will be very pleased about when he gets home, that he thought all this fruit was going to be gone, and he loves fruit. So I'll either make another one like this or just eat the fruit. It doesn't matter. But use your remaining to cover your platter of whichever. If you want to do a little small one, if you want to do a great big one, if you want to do a great big long one, whatever, just have fun with it. I added the flags because it is a 4th of July weekend affair, pool party. I hope my kids like it. So from my kitchen to yours, this is Cooking with Carol Diane. I'll catch you next time. You never know what I'm going to cook and do in my kitchen. Have a wonderful, wonderful 4th of July. Bye-bye now.